Hi again, everyone. I'm Olliemathews. This is Societal Narcissism. This video is sponsored by contribution from Erin, formerly Anonymous E. She sent in a quick audio file, so let's get right into it.
Hey, good morning. This is Erin. Just wanted to do a little update. I'm glad to see that you're back doing videos. You've been doing some really excellent videos. I've been enjoying them.
Thank
So
you.
thank you. Love the new channel name. Kind of interesting about the channel name. I started with you like 5-6 years ago or so, and I started out with dealing with my own familial narcissism, and once you learn about that, you start realizing like, oh, this is actually like a societal issue. This shit happens to me out there at work and at school as well. Like, this isn't just my family of origin thing, right? So you start putting it together.
Right. And look, it took me a while to figure that out too. It took me a long time to figure out what societal narcissism was, what was causing it. The question used to come in, well, why? Why are these people like this? Why was I abused? Why are there so many? And it's just like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think there is a source, but there is a source. It's cultural Marxism, communism, leftism has pushed all of this. For over a century now. I mean, because if you really want to get to the roots of it in this country, I mean, you could go all the way back to the Wilson administration, in the starting of the Federal Reserve, the IRS. It's all a part of social control, Marxist control, socialist control. It's what leads to all this individualism.
That it's a societal thing. So yeah, I like the course of the channel there. But anyway, the reason I wanted to check in is I was thinking about a strange phenomenon that happened to me, and I'm sure it happens to other people as well. And that is that throughout our lives, and especially when we're kids, right, we tolerate this crappy behavior from people and people treating us poorly, right? We tolerate it. We don't say anything, right? And we just suck it up. And over time, we
don't even know to fight back. I mean, because you're mired in it. You're deep in it. You're a child. You don't even think you don't know how to fight back, that you could fight back. A lot of times you don't even realize you're being abused. You're under the belief that there's something wrong with you. They break you early. They damage your self-esteem early. They take away all your self-confidence early. They take away your self-worth early, so they don't have to be questioned.
Actually start thinking like,
and if you do fight back, try to fight back with no self-esteem, no self-worth, no self-confidence, it makes it even easier for them to gaslight you, to make you believe that no, you're the problem, and making your self-esteem, self-worth, and self-confidence even lower, if that's possible. Understand, the narcissist never sees you as rock bottom. They could always try to push you lower. Always.
Well, I can't do anything about it now because I've put up with it for so long. Like, I can't do anything about it now. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but this like really happened to me, right? Where you let stuff build up so much, where this person has done and said so many awful things to you that
you go no contact. That's what you do about it. What you do about it is you go no contact. And once you go no contact, all that fog lifts. And then you get clarity. And then you can start seeing things for what they actually were. Things that you didn't even realize were wrong, things you never even gave a second consideration that were a problem, you will now see them for what they are and turn around and get mad at yourself. Be like, how did I not see this? This is so obvious. It's right in front of my face for everyone to see. Because you can't see it if you're in the fog of toxicity. You can't. Not until you separate yourself from it and cut it off.
You don't even know how you would ever confront them about it at this point because it's so much shit. And
confronting them is what they want. See, you want to expose them without the confrontation, because they're looking for the confrontation, because when they get the confrontation, they know they can gaslight you. And they're always going to have that emotional advantage over you because they are the ones who broke you in the first place at a very young age. Normally, the people who are abusing you are the ones who are supposed to be most in charge of taking care of you. I don't deny going no contact goes against biology, it goes against social norms. If there were normal people, it would. But these are not normal people. This is toxicity that needs to be cut out, whether they're your family or not. Toxic is toxic. Borderline is borderline. Narcissism is narcissism. Sociopaths are sociopaths. The only way to deal with it is to cut it out. You want to expose it, but you don't want to confront them directly, because that's what they're looking for.
I've realized that it's totally okay, for me at least, to just go no contact. I don't have to explain to them every little thing that they ever did or said to me my entire life. All that matters is I give myself the gift in telling myself, like, yeah, it's absolutely okay to change the way you respond to these people and not just look the other way anymore. And it's totally fine that you did let it slide for so long, and it's totally fine for you to now not let it slide anymore, and you don't need to explain nothing to nobody.
Yeah, you don't blame yourself for the past. Don't blame yourself because you were still in the fog and you couldn't see things for what they are. Understand something. You're not going no contact to punish them. You're going no contact to fix yourself. You exposing them is not about them. It is and it isn't. It's about you. It's about you healing, not about exposing them. Exposing them is one of the fringe benefits of it, but that is not your main intent. Because if you try to go at this from a perspective, I'm just going to expose them and blow them up and embarrass them, they're just going to use that against you. They're going to turn around and gaslight you and say you're the problem. No, I don't want to fight with you. I'm not fighting with you. I'm exposing you. This isn't up for debate. I'm not confronting you like why did you do this? I'm not here to argue with you about that if you did it. I know you did it. I don't even need to talk to you about it, but I'm going to tell other people what you did. No contact.
You can just not talk to them anymore. That was like really huge for me. I don't know, maybe I'm alone, but yeah, I would like
Well, I mean, that's what I've been talking about. When no contact brings clarity. Yeah. By just not talking to your abusers solves 85% of your problems. Right off the bat. Now, a lot more stuff is going to bubble up from your past that you can now see it for what it is, but you need to see that. You need to understand how deep your abuse is, how badly you were broken. So when you are questioning yourself, you can take yourself back through those steps and go, oh yeah, this is what happened. And it took me 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years sometimes to even realize that something was so abusive and so disgusting that I didn't even give it a second thought at the time. And I went years without giving it a second thought until I got this toxicity out of my life and took another look, and oh my God, how did I not see this? Because you were being abused, because you're in the fog of toxicity.
Actually sit there and think those thoughts like, well, wouldn't that be weird for me to just all of a sudden like have a problem with it? It happened 20 years ago. Like, aren't they going to ask me like, well, why didn't you say anything 20 years ago?
Which is why you don't confront them about it. Which is why you don't confront them. And the reason you didn't confront them 20 years ago is because I didn't even know it was screwed up 20 years ago. I would have never even have given it a second thought. And even if I did at the time and tried to complain about it then, I would have been gaslighted and the problem would have been blown even further out of proportion and made even worse.
Yeah, and now I don't care. For me, it was all still true, you know? I hope any of that made sense, but it was just a weird thing I noticed going on with me that I'm kind of curious to know, like, if anyone else can relate to. So
yeah, I mean, you can't, when you go no contact and these new memories come up, or these different perspectives come up, don't worry about how long it took. Don't worry about how long it takes you to realize something that happened 20 years, because it happened 20 years ago, because you just went no contact 4 months ago, 5 months ago, 6 months ago. That's the point. That's the point of narcissistic abuse, is to keep you in an ignorant state, keep you in a state where you have no self-confidence, no self-esteem, no self-worth, and no desire to fight back, afraid to fight back. And if you do deign the nerve to fight back, you could easily be gaslighted and crushed and be blamed and as the cause for all your problems, and then even driven worse into deeper depression, lower self-esteem, and lower abuse. Because again, remember, the narcissist can't drive you low enough. There is no rock bottom for you as far as they are concerned.
all right, I'm glad to see you guys are doing well, that Charlene is getting better and better as time passes. That's fantastic. Over here, I just can't wait for summer. It's freezing, and I'm not used to that over here. But besides that, we're doing good. Taxes were a lot easier on us. We just finished filing, and they were a lot easier on us this year, so that's really good.
Well, that's a good thing, for sure. You know, because the country, is going where it's going. And I'd hate to be in Ohio right now, or on the Pennsylvania border. Weird that a place that voted something like 80% for Trump can't get FEMA aid, or at least the last I heard, they had denied it. Now maybe that Trump said he's going there. Now everybody cares. Everybody's going to go there, and maybe they'll get FEMA aid. But man, I wouldn't drink the water. I wouldn't want to stay there. That's for sure.
News I got my youngest going in for oral surgery for his wisdoms, one of which is displaced in his sinuses. So pray for me, pray for my son. Yeah, it's not terribly uncommon, but it's not terribly common either. It's not something that they deal with every day. So a little bit worried about that, but other than that, everybody's doing really good. So anyway, I'll leave it there. I hope you have a real good day. Bye-bye.
All right, short and sweet. Listen, don't question yourself when you're trying to heal, especially in no contact. You're going to have a litany of different thoughts and memories and reevaluations of things that happened in the past. It takes the time it takes. And you don't know. And none of this can start. None of this can even happen until you have cut out the toxicity. You have cut the toxicity out of your life. None of this can start until that toxicity is cut out of your life. Period. So, I hope that helps. Thank you so much for another contribution and story, Aaron. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, something you'd like me to expose, you'd like to set up a Skype, phone call, have a private video made, you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all of this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with either the Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, or email links in the description box below. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been Societal Narcissism. Take care, everybody.